Today you will learn about the setup and safe operation of scissor lifts. We will strive to provide information that will increase your knowledge and help to make you a better operator. Since their invention by Charles Larson in 1966, scissor lift platforms have become useful motorized mechanisms used to lift personnel, tools, and other materials into the air to conduct work at heights. They are easier to set up than traditional scaffolding, thus increasing worksite efficiency. While these machines have been around for more than a half a century, people are still injured or killed in scissor lift related accidents every year. Take the following case study, for example. A student videographer at a university in the United States was preparing to record a football practice. Though there was a high wind advisory that day for gusts reaching higher than 50 miles per hour, the student was sent up 50 feet on the lift anyway without fall protection. The wind knocked over the lift, sending the student crashing into a nearby street, killing him. Perhaps one of the hardest truths about accidents such as this one is that they could have been prevented. Had those involved recognized the hazards present and followed safe operating procedures, then that student may still be alive today. Instead, they now serve as another warning emphasizing proper scissor lift safety. During this training, we'll look at the functionality and components of a scissor lift. We'll also discuss why it's important to conduct a thorough pre-shift inspection each day before using the equipment. Next, we'll look at machine stability and the importance of knowing the scissor lift's load capacity. We will also emphasize the importance of planning each job and setting up the machine and site properly to avoid hazards and obstacles around the work site. Finally, we'll discuss common hazards associated with scissor lifts and show you how to recognize, avoid, or minimize them. By the end of this training and after both the written and practical exams, you should be ready to operate a scissor lift. You will be familiar with the equipment used by your company, have an increased knowledge of how to set up and safely operate it, and be able to recognize and avoid the most common hazards associated with their use. Operators and those working around a scissor lift must be trained and show that they have a basic knowledge of how to safely perform the tasks they need to. Supervisors need to be trained on how to oversee an operator of a scissor lift. Records of these trainings must be kept by the employer as proof that training has been completed.